One, and we are live. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ping, the host for the Ping Talk series. Okay, the objective of this talk show is really about connecting people and connecting businesses. And today, I'm very happy to have Diana to be with me to spend the Valentine's evening with me. 谢谢你，谢谢。
Thank you, P.
Yeah,
Such
so
a
I hope I didn't
special
spoil your
occasion.
Valentine's night evening, right?
No problem.
Okay, okay, so thanks a lot, Diana. So I think
Welcome.
before I
Mm,
keep the ball rolling for you to talk more, let me just formally introduce Diana. Okay,
mm,
so Diana founded Royal Wings Travel Singapore in the year 2013. Okay, they are the one of the first few travel agents started virtual tours during the pandemic, and
mm.
over 135,000 participants attended the virtual tours in 20 countries. Okay, so her company's goal is to actually make travel arrangement easy for everyone. One stop service website, and it can be as easy as one click. So Royal Wings hit its first million turnover in just less than 3 years. Okay, that is impressive. Okay, Diana.
Thank you.
So the company has actually expanded its wings to cover more countries and continue to bring memorable trips to valued clients. So before Diana started this company, she has actually worked in various areas in terms of the multiple roles in sales and managerial role in Butterfly Park Sentosa, and also the Up Close Science Center, Singapore Icon, Singapore Flyer, and also hotels like Orchard Hotel and Merchant Court, right? Okay, so lots of experience for Diana, and thank you again for coming to my show today.
No problem, P.
Yes. Okay, so Diana, I
Mm,
think because you are the so-called bespoke tour specialist, right? Okay, so I think first of all, I wanted to ask is can you give me like a overview with regards to this bespoke tour, and then what does it entail, and also how does it differ from the usual standard travel packages that most people would actually go for? Yeah.
Okay, before I share on that, right, Ping, let me ask you this. How do you normally
Okay, sure.
plan your travel itinerary?
Oh, for me, yeah. Okay. For me, usually, I mean, if I were to go to a new country, usually I'll just search online, try to find what are the places of interest, and usually, what really pops up are usually the very popular places, right? Okay, but to really, spend the time to plan the places to go, itinerary, transportation, or and also the air tickets kind of stuff, every tickets for the attraction, all this. I mean, there are information online, but to really come out with a very proper itinerary, it really takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. Okay, I've done that like a couple of times, and it's really energy draining. Yeah, so I must
Okay,
say,
to
yeah,
answer your question, right?
yeah,
So, of all these things that you do, right, you
yeah.
leave it to a travel planner like me to do it. so
Okay.
so
Yeah, yeah.
that's
That's why
to
I invited
summarize.
you here today, because I wanted to really hear what you say.
So because whatever you do, mm, it's right and it's not wrong, right? This
Mm,
is like a the world now is world wide world, right? World wide web. Everything
yeah,
it can be found easily online.
yeah, true.
It's not
Mm,
wrong. It's just
mm,
that sometimes we neglected certain thing like experience. Oh, is this really what I want? Right. So through a bespoke customized tour, meaning okay, we
mm,
are like a doctor like that lah. So through conversation, then we
mm,
will understand this person. Oh, okay, what they like to do. Okay, on maybe sometime a customer will send to me what they have researched online, right? Then they will
mm,
send a whole lot of information to me and ask me, hey, can you do this, okay? So what I
Okay.
will do is I will help them to reorganize it nicely, because
Mm,
you find it online, but they never tell you, okay, from this place to this place, how do you travel there, right?
mm,
Okay, like for easy understanding, we are in
yeah.
Singapore. If you are a overseas customer, you never been to Singapore before. If I tell you, oh, there's this so nice food in Lau, okay,
Mm,
but you are staying in Changi area, the hotel, how do you get from Changi to Lau, right?
mm,
So it's
okay.
something like that. So my customer will throw in a lot of idea to me, then I'll just reorganize it nicely, plan it based on what they want, and help them to save time on the traveling and also hotel. And maybe I will find somewhere nearby where they want to visit, so they save a
Mm.
lot of time on traveling. On top of that, right, save money at the same time as well, lah. That's bespoke.
Save money on the portion because you can find the most cost effective way in terms of the traveling wise.
Yes. So
Mm,
like some of my customer, okay, they try on their own a few times. They still come back to me. Why? Because when
mm.
they are on the road, on the destination itself, right, they lost their way, example. So they
Okay.
have to flag a taxi, right? Or they have to call like a help at the hotel lobby for a private car. So these
Mm,
are additional costs incurred, which
mm,
they may not expected to happen, right? Because
mm,
of course, if you are talking about places that is easily accessed, right, is fine. Like some area like Singapore, everywhere is so
mm,
easy, right?
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
it's fine.
mm,
But when you are talking about countries that is bigger than Singapore, that
mm,
is different already. The cost of the transport may not be easily like one way $20 kind. It could be
mm.
double
Could
of
be
the
way,
price of,
yeah,
yes.
way more complicated than Singapore a lot of times.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I think that part I can help them to save cost, as well as
Mm,
sometimes hotel, in terms of season, they may have some promotion, which customer may not know, right? So we can actually educate them, or maybe you can travel on this date because they have this promotion going on. Maybe
mm.
you stay more than 2 night, they give you some extra benefit or extra perks, which maybe customer don't know. So we'll educate on that. Lor.
So I think, Diana, earlier on you were mentioning like, of course you were, you will talk to customers will give you like some ideas with regards to like, where they want to go based on the some research online kind of thing. But
Yes, yes.
so I mean, of course, customizing this tour itinerary is really very personalized, right? So I
Mm,
think in terms of the approach on this, in a sense, like, how do you? I mean, of course, there will be customers that come to you say, hey, I have no idea exactly where I want to, but probably they will just give you like, okay, just come out something that like, would that happen? And how do you approach this kind of like, to give them really, a unique experience on this travel itinerary and plan kind of thing?
mm. I see the trend on I mean my customer found us on Google, or some found us on Facebook,
Mm,
right? So I see the trend where they actually engage us. First impression was, I think this travel agent is trusted lah.
mm,
Okay, they will recommend something that is reliable, because we have a shop, right?
mm,
And we have been around for 10 years already. But to understand this so-called stranger that first
mm.
time approach us, right? I cannot read their mind. Especially some of them email to us.
Uh,
By looking at the wording, right, I cannot read their mind, correct? So we
mm,
will ask a few critical questions.
mm.
Or
You
we
will call
will,
the customers, or you will like just also reply them via the email?
okay, this one, it depends on what customer like to approach us. Okay. So some customer are very shy one. They don't call you.
Okay. So
They
if they
will just
email you, you will
chat.
email them back. If they call you, you
Yes.
will just tell them on the phone. Okay, I get
Yes.
you.
So some will call us. But
Mm,
I will see the trend now. More of them will email us or drop us a message on our WhatsApp first
mm,
before they call us. Yeah,
mm,
calling is now maybe 10%, 10% of our customer will call us.
mm.
Even the corporate like we serve, right? They usually found us on Google first, then they will first write to us and then text us, until they find comfortable, then maybe we will give them a call. We'll say, hey, are you okay if I call you,
Okay.
understand more? So these are we have to know the customer how they like us to communicate with them.
Yeah, yeah. So I think
They
basically the communication part lah. Yeah.
so then when we started the conversation, then through the
Mm,
question that we asked them, we
mm,
will, of course, this is our, how to say, like our skill.
okay.
But
Basically, I
one
think it's like
point,
it's basically your consultation process that you have lah. I mean, after you
yes,
communication wise, then you will bring them towards your unique consultation process about asking
yes,
questions.
that's right, that's right. Because
Mm,
from then I will know, oh, okay, this person like this country a lot. Through
mm,
conversation, you know already. Okay, I so called like narrow down. Oh, okay, this person already tell me Japan or Korea. Example, okay, so
mm,
you narrow down already. Then the next part, which part of Japan, which part of Korea? Then you talk, and then you know, oh, okay, Japan. Maybe you want somewhere that is outskirt, not the
mm,
normal, the mainstream kind of destination. Then we
mm,
narrow down again. Or do they like seafood lah? Do they like sake lah? Do they like culture? Or maybe some
mm,
of them just love shopping. Through
mm,
conversation, some critical points, we will
mm,
understand this customer, then we will conclude. Usually the call will take about 15 minutes only. If it's by email, by looking at the email, how they tell me what they like, right?
mm,
Roughly know, okay, I should recommend this itinerary to them as a start lah.
mm. Well, so the whole process may take okay, beside the 15 minutes on the initial question, so the whole process about until you finalize the whole itinerary, like how long usually typically it will take for a bespoke like a itinerary thing?
If it's a 3 day 2 night thing, maybe 1 or 2 days time.
Mhm,
But if let's say they are looking at a 10 days, 11 days of itinerary, then
mhm.
it will take us about 1 week.
Okay, okay,
Mm.
okay. So I think in terms of I mean, doing customization is like a lot of effort wise, and I'm quite
Mm.
sure that there's also a lot of unexpected challenges that may happen, right? So
Mhm.
how about like sharing an example of this particular challenge that you have faced, and how you actually turn it around to make it into a positive experience for your client. Yeah.
Okay, I would not say it's a challenge. I would
Mm,
say it is how I can, because if this is a like a issue for my client. That's
mm,
why they look for me, right now. So
okay.
they throw this challenge to me lah, like what you say. Then I
Mm,
just need to work around it. So
mm,
but then my biggest challenge that I face so far is during pandemic, because borders
mm.
are closed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
No one
I
can
think you guys
travel.
suffered the most during that time.
Yeah. So but you see, we everyone is stressful.
Mm,
So back then I was thinking, customer is stressful, and I talked to some of my tour guide around the world. They are also stressful. They are struggling with their so-called living, like whether they can survive, no job, right? And then my ex-colleague in the hotel, in the attraction feel they also lost their job in a way. So I was thinking, everyone is so stressful, right? Maybe I can come up with something that I can make everyone, less stressful.
That's stressful. Okay.
Then, and that time I have a client came to me and say, Diana, though borders are closed, but I want to really visit Japan,
Mm.
or China. That was in my heart. Wow, how to travel, right? Everyone closing, right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, then I came out with something called virtual tour, like you just now introduced me, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Virtual
mentioned about
tour can can really how to say travel beyond any borders, because though you are not physically there, but I
mm,
think at that point, as long as I can I can let my customer experience, let's say
mm.
example Japan, a bit only.
Okay.
I think they are happy already. So
Okay.
I went do on research. I call all my tour guide. Hey, can you do this for me? My client wants to visit these places, this. So that was the challenges that I faced during pandemic. And I actually managed to fulfill all the requirement from my different customer. We visited, like, Iceland, which I never thought I can bring my customer to Iceland. Then
Online, right? Online, right?
yeah,
So,
online lah, but not physically. I can actually really put them on. Hey,
yeah, yeah,
I can
yeah.
just book a air ticket for you to go Iceland. We went to even Egypt. Visited the desert, see the
Mm.
pyramid, see the camel, this kind of thing. I think it's quite amazing. So to me, challenges is not really a challenge. It's just how we work on it, and then help our client happy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, I
during
mean the thing is like that's why I
I
was saying like you because of this virtual tour. I mean the thing is like you have even 135,000 participants during that
yes,
time when you're doing this. I
yes,
think it's quite amazing, and for the fact that like nobody is able to travel and you came out with this idea and actually executed it, and I'm quite sure that this so-called this result that you have gotten right is just a showcase of like really about what you really think out of the box for your case, for your trade, having the kind of challenges that you had during that time. So yeah.
and I actually enjoy it
Mm,
more than before, because I remember there was one client came to me. Is a social enterprise, so they
mm,
wanted to. It was a Christmas. They wanted to surprise some of the beneficiaries, so they came
mm,
to us and say, "Hey, can you help us arrange something for my beneficiaries to?" who is on wheelchair bound and
mm,
bed bound patients.
mm,
They want to travel. Can you plan something for my all these patients and beneficiaries? So when they approached me, I was planning the Korea itinerary, and
mm,
one of the other client was for Japan itinerary. And I can see from the screen, right, all
mm,
these beneficiaries, though they are on the bed or on their wheelchair, but their
mm.
mind is traveling together with us and with the tour
Wow,
guide.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
it's nice. Okay.
yeah, it's very touching, because though maybe even when borders are open,
Mm,
this so-called less fortunate people, they are not able to travel. But I think through that virtual tour, I
mm,
do see they still have some hope lah,
mm.
that maybe one day they can travel again.
Well, I think this quite amazing, I mean, having to like offering this kind of virtual tour
Mm.
for the bedridden, unfortunate people. I think this is very nice to hear that. Are
Yeah,
you
I
still
never
doing
thought of
this
that.
actually? Are you still
Yeah, I
doing
never
this?
thought of that. It's client who throw me this so-called challenge. I want to do this. Can you help
mm,
me? And how do we do it together? So
mm,
sometimes it's not about us fulfilling the travel needs. It's really sometimes the customer gave us the opportunity to find
mm,
way to bring us to bring them a different travel experience. Yeah,
mm.
I think I'm
Okay.
grateful on that also.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, okay. That's a very fulfilling thing and meaningful things to do. That you have
Yes,
did.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you continue to do this. Yeah. I think it's going to be quite a
Yeah,
popular option. Yeah.
I because at that point I was thinking if I can, how I can help them,
Mm,
maybe that could be their last wish to visit some country.
mm,
So me and my team, we are thinking after borders open, is there a
mm,
way for us to help this group of people? In fact, right,
mm,
we are going to launch this like a website
mm,
for people who is on wheelchair or bedbound. If they are looking at visiting some places, we definitely will find a way to help them, fulfill this. Yeah, so we are already in the midst of doing this already.
You mean as
Mm.
in like to travel within Singapore or to travel out of
Physically.
Singapore? Huh?
Yes.
Internally,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and we will have like the people who is on wheelchair to be
Mm,
the so-called virtual guide or the so-called physical guide to
mm,
lead them from airport all the way to their hotel. Because
mm,
only the people can understand how this group of people feel or what they like
mm,
to have during the tour. So we are kind of like serving two sides, right? Those that
mm,
in need of wanted to travel to another country but
mm,
has some physical challenge. But at the
mm,
same time, we have a team who is also facing physical challenge, but they are able to based on their experience to help this group of people to travel, like maybe come to Singapore, because
mm,
some of our airport, they are wheelchair
mm,
friendly. The limousine that we have is wheelchair friendly, and then we have some of the hotels that we work with is also wheelchair friendly. Even
mm,
into the hotel
mm,
bathroom, all this has to cater to this group of people.
mm.
So we
Okay.
are planning on this lah. So we
Okay.
create
Okay.
both needs.
Well, that's very nice to hear, Diana. I think
Yeah.
beside the point that like you are doing customized itinerary for people who want to travel, overseas,
Mm,
I think the approach that you're going towards helping the less fortunate people,
mm-hmm.
I think is quite touching. And yeah, I hope you can execute that and really benefit most of these people.
Hopefully, yeah. I think
Yeah.
as long as we can fulfill that part, I think, and we can create more job for our people here as well.
Mm,
Because creating job is not just during pandemic. I
mm,
created job for my tour guide, for our people that is in this so-called industry, and
mm,
then but after pandemic, right? I think there's still a group of people that needs the job. Right.
mm.
So I just trying to see whether is there any other job that I can create for people who needs job lah.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. So
Mm.
beside helping the unfortunate, you are also creating a job opportunity for your industry players.
Yes, of
Wow.
course, because this is
Two thumbs up
eco.
for Diana.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's an ecosystem. If they cannot survive, I will not be able to provide any services already, right, in
Mm,
future.
okay,
Yeah,
that's true.
we
That's
all
true.
have to survive. Then I'm able to give more traveler, like experience or customer experience. That I think this is something that I want to focus for this year.
That's good. That's good,
Mm.
Diana. Okay, so coming back to the the customized itinerary that we were talking earlier on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which means that like of course trying to get like a preference place to go, whereby you can recommend. So is there like some like customers who ask like they really want to go to those less touristy place, and then you are still able to let them plan out something that they can actually travel like the local at
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
particular country. Yeah.
Sure, sure. That's what we are focusing. That
Mm,
means we want the traveler to feel like a local. You because like for example, you travel to Japan, you definitely want to know like what the Japanese really like, right?
mm,
Like I just came back from this place called Tokushima.
mm,
Tokushima is somewhere near Shikoku, right? But not many people know about them. But you know
mm,
they from the culture to the food that they have to the even the roadside. I try
mm,
one food. Wow, it's so special and so nice. But nobody knows about them. They are there for like 50 years already. So
oh,
these are the not the mainstream tour package that I
mm,
want to recommend or introduce to our traveler that engage us.
mm,
Usually I will say, would you like to try new places? That's where
mm,
I open the door for
mm.
all these different city. You know, I'm like an ambassador of all the different city. But if
Uh, you're an
if I
ambassador for many
promote
countries.
Yes, if I promote Singapore, I'm like an ambassador of Singapore, right? I
Uh,
definitely will tell my traveler what is so good about Singapore. I want to be able to do that. And but of
mm,
course, before doing so and recommend to my client, I really need to study the whole places first.
mm,
So if you talk about this type of so-called customized tour, not
mm,
touristy type, I definitely need to communicate with my customer first whether they want to try. And just like uh like you go to a tailor,
mm,
okay, you ask them to make a dress.
mm.
Okay, if you like a flower on the left side, I cannot put a flower on the right side lah, something like that lah. And you wanted like the dress to be more loose, not the tighter part. So it has to be fit right, from
Right
the
feet, right?
size
Right.
to the cloth of the color, the texture and all this. So it's the same as the bespoke tour, customized tour, from the
Mm,
destination to the season. Some people cannot take cold one,
mm.
and then the budget and so on and so on. Yeah, I can continue this for 4 hours.
Okay. Yeah, but okay, I wanted to ask the next question is like, having a customized itinerary to a certain people's preference, right? It's definitely a very nice thing because everything will be things that you would like to do, right? But
Mhm.
but the question will comes about like if I were to, someone would have to want this kind of customized bespoke tour experience kind of thing. Will the cost actually be very very high? To have your service in that sense to come up with this kind of tour package. I mean, your a customized tour experience.
Actually, not true.
Mm,
Okay, you think about just now I mentioned if you go on the wrong road, right? Then you
mm,
have to pay those extra thing that is hidden, which you are not expected. That will add on to your so-called cost, right?
mm,
But if as a experienced travel planner, I'm speaking on behalf of all the travel planner. If you engage us, right? Just like you ask a tailor to tailor make your suit, you definitely tell
mm,
them on my budget. So we work on the budget. It will not eat into the cost. So we try to fit the budget of my customer and come out with a nicely, tailor made and customized tour for my customer. When they
mm.
come back, I think with a smile on their face and a thumbs up, say, okay, good job. This is the itinerary I like, and I'm looking forward to my next trip. I think that answer all your question about the cost. Otherwise, all these customer will not go one tour after tour and come back and ask us to plan after, plan one trip after the next trip kind of thing, right? Yeah. If it's cost is really the major issue. Actually, it's
Mm,
not. Yeah.
okay, so I think that you have brought a lot of smile back, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes
Okay,
I
many,
was
many, many smile.
wondering why this customer never call me. So then I text him, is everything okay? He said, perfect. I have nothing to engage you. I said, okay, good, good, good. That's me. My guy is doing their job, and my all my groundwork, the hotel to the all the thing that we have arranged is all perfectly done. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that is more important.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's very great. I think Diana, I mean today
Mhm.
is really a very nice discussion with you, to know about what you do and also the meaningful things that you are doing and going to do for this year. I really hope that happens.
Yeah,
Then
I
of course, I think the last
also
thing
do.
before we end today's session is like
Mm-hmm.
so if anyone who likes to really talk to you, try to engage you, discuss with you more with regards to this bespoke experience, how do they actually look for you?
They can look for. I mean, they can on Facebook. They can find us Royal Wings
Mm,
Travel, or they can email us at sales@royalwingstravel.com.sg. Our team here will assist based on our best level.
mm. Okay. Then just now you were saying like I mean the virtual tour, right, that you have done. So I guess there is all these previous virtual tours records that you have. So where do we find this all the previous virtual tour recording? I mean, is it accessible
Yeah, yeah,
to
they
go and
can
take?
watch it from our website or our
Mm,
Facebook as well, Royal Wings Travel Singapore.
mm. Okay,
Mm.
okay, that's cool. Is there any Diana? I mean, really thanks for your time today,
No
Valentine's Day.
problem. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you
and
for
do you
inviting
have
me.
any things that you like to shout out, before we end the session?
I think I would say just now I mentioned about the less fortunate, I mean, people that they really want to travel. I hope this year I can do up this thing, and then if you want some update, do follow us, and then I hope to serve this group of people lah. This is something that I wanted to make it happen.
Okay,
Mm,
that's great. That's great.
mm,
Okay,
mm.
so thank you, whoever that is here, and
You're
thank you, Diana,
welcome.
again. And so I
Welcome.
will I will share this Diana's contact and also the website and the social media link at the YouTube comments later on after the show. And whoever that is interested to look for Diana, okay, just contact her using the relevant information. If not, you can just write to me as well. I can always connect you guys with her. Okay, thank you, lovely, and
Thank you so
thank you again.
much.
Thank you so much.
Happy
So
Valentine's Day, everyone.
woo woo.
And
Okay, bye
bye.
bye.
Bye.